Here are 24 things I learned as a 20-year-old in 2024. Hello everybody, my name is Rebunny and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about 24 things I learned in 2024, aka things that I need to work on in 2025 but realized in 2024. Yeah. Grab a drink and some snacks and let's have a little chit chat. Number one, external validation does not equal internal validation. And what I mean is receiving praise, compliments, validation externally from your peers, from people online, will never make you feel internally validated. It's only the shell. It's only the outside skin that people are validating. I receive a lot of praise for my clothes and my appearance on social media, but it never has fully validated me, and also in a way has made me a little bit more self-conscious. What people have to say about me as a person will never fully validate my insecurities, and they will never fully make them go away. Girl, they're staying here. Instead of seeking out external praise, I need to start working on myself and healing my wounds, doing things that I've been wanting to do, such as making art, things that will validate my soul. The next one, number two. This one I learned very recently, and it's really simple. It's liking things that are mainstream is okay. I've always been the queer kid, the weirdo, the art kid, whatever. So I was always I need to separate myself from the basic bitches. And obviously, as you can see, I'm a very big K-pop stan, and I've always been a very big K-pop stan. I was almost in the mindset of oh, since I'm a K-pop stan, I can't listen to this music because I'm different. I'm a K-pop stan. I'm not like the other girls. But yes, I actually am like the other girls, and I do like things that are mainstream. I actually realized this when I watched Wicked, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. I get it. And now my life has changed. It's mainstream, it's popular, and I still like it. Yeah, it was a big revelation. And I actually talked to my sister, and she was like, yeah, around the same age as you, I had the same revelation. And I was like, period. So, 2024, yeah. Number three, not everyone has your best intentions. And people used to say this to me a lot, and of course I had it in the back of my head a little bit, but this year I really learned that lesson, that not everyone wants to be your friend, not everyone wants to see you succeed. Especially living in New York City, I realized that girls, people do not want the best for you. People want to see you fail, and they will do whatever they can to see you fail. This kind of thing has affected me, the people around me. I cannot explain to you how many people, grown people, 20-year-olds, act like they're 16 years old to get their way. And believe me, they always look like the idiot. People don't want to see you win. The ones that do want to see you win, you gotta keep them close. Which goes on to my number four. Keep your loved ones close. I, growing up, had a very bad problem of pushing people away. Whenever I felt like I was disappointing the people I loved, I would push them away and be like, I'm not good enough for their love. I don't deserve the love that they're giving me, and I don't want to deal with them. I have lost a lot of friends by taking them for granted and also pushing them away, and kind of the mixture of both. It made me realize that the people who are close to you that love you unconditionally, it's not very easy to get, especially in this day and age, the epidemic of loneliness. Keeping the people who love you and want to see you frequently and go out of their way to make plans with you. Obviously, I'm not saying if they like you and you don't fuck with them to keep them in your life, because that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying the reciprocated love. Your BFFs, because you never know what's gonna happen. You never know the state of the world, what's gonna change, who you're gonna lose. So keep the ones that matter really close to you. Yeah, that was a little hard for me to learn, but I have a very special person and people in my life now that have taught me that lesson. So love you guys. 5. I learned to not stress about the future. Actually, I'm learning to not stress about the future. Everything ends up falling into place anyway. There's been many instances where I've been stressing about being what's gonna happen, the future is in my hands, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Just constant demons that I have to fight. usually 9 times out of 10, those things that I was stressing about ended up being okay. Everything ended up working out in the end. So there was no point of me wasting my time that I was supposed to be relaxing or editing or working or something, lying in bed stressing about this. For example, this summer, I wasn't sure if I was going to see my best friend at their place, and we have this yearly summer thing where I spend a week or 2 at their place. This summer, at the beginning of the summer, I wasn't sure because I had a pretty packed summer, so I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see you, bae. But I didn't stress about it. I just kind of took it. I was like, it'll be fine. Like, if I see them, I see them. If I don't, I don't. Like, I'm going to see them during the school year anyway. But turns out that, yeah, we ended up making time. Something perfectly fell into place. We were free at the same time, and I ended up going to their place for a week and a half. All that time that I spent not stressing, it still worked out. Number 6, this one I added in here just a little bit on the whim and more of a way to convince myself. Divine timing is real. I put question mark at the end of that because I believe that it's real. Divine timing, like everything happens for a reason. Kind of similarly to what I was saying in my last one, everything is gonna fall into place anyway the way it's supposed to. I truly want to believe that everything that I want, I'm gonna get at the right time. It's just a little mindset to keep myself from going absolutely fucking insane. Number 7. Lucky number 7, being vulnerable is good and it's okay. As I was mentioning earlier, the way that I lost a lot of friends because of pushing them away, I actually gained those friends back by being vulnerable. Of course, I've done a bunch of shitty things in my past, and let's not lie, everyone has, okay? I found myself reflecting on my past and realizing that, oh, these people actually mattered to me a lot, and I'm gonna try my best to try. If they don't reciprocate that, at least I tried. I lost one of my closest friends, my bestest friends in the world, a few years ago, and at the end of this summer, I reached out to her, sending her a bunch of voice messages that were very vulnerable, saying exactly how I felt about her, just like talking about the way I was feeling. That ended up fixing our friendship, and we are friends again now. The more honest you are, the more people appreciate it, because honesty is kind of not really a thing anymore, I've noticed. Being my truest self means being honest and not being fake and standing on my shit. Number 8, film everything. This is something that I learned in 2023. I like to film things, obviously, and I need to start filming everything, because the amount of times I've been like, oh, I'm gonna vlog today, and then I don't vlog, and then something crazy happens, or I have a really fun day and I didn't bring my camera, I regret it, because that's content, first of all. Second of all, it's a way that I could look back on my life as a time capsule that I don't have anymore. And of course it's nice to keep memories and whatever, but I do really enjoy filming, and it brings me a lot of happiness. Number 9, comparison will be the death of me. Now, with the growth of social media and also my active, consistent use of social media, I have noticed that I have started comparing myself a lot. And this is not something I used to do when I was younger. This is just something that I've started doing, and I think it's because Instagram thrives off of jealousy. Me being on it so often and posting on it so often, it's really hard not to compare myself to other people. Me being like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? The thoughts just keep going on, and to the point where it starts eating away at you. Again, this is not something that I have fully beat, of course. Once you actively learn that, you can actively start to work on it, and everything gets a little bit better. Number 10, and this is kind of in the same realm of social media. Unfollowing people that you don't like is okay. Girl, I need to tell y'all how many times this year alone I have pressed unfollow on people that annoy me, and just people IRL, people that I'm supposed to be friends with, I've just unfollowed them because seeing their face just annoys me. And I know y'all got people like that. I don't really condone ghosting. That's not really my method of not being friends with people, but I'm just saying, people on Instagram that annoy you, unfollowing them is okay. Like, girls, block, unfollow, keep your peace. Cheers to that. Number 11, home is my favorite place to be. I love to journal. The amount of times I've written this year, like, home is my safe space, home is this, home is that. I even made an entire video about how much I love home, which I did not post because the footage got corrupted. And I really learned this because I fucking hate my dorm room. Like, I hate it. It makes me want to kill myself. makes me really miss home and realize the things I took for granted at home, such as having food on the table every night and having a space, a bed, being able to film whenever I want, just doing the things I want to do. This year, more than any other year, I've realized that home is my safe space. I love it. I can't wait to come back home. There's a lot of things I should be grateful about being home because it's very nice, and that is definitely something that I've learned this year. Number 12, love without holding back. I actually learned this from one of my very best friends who gave me a tarot reading, and she actually said this line: stop resisting your love. This line has really put a lot of things into perspective, and especially when it comes to my relationships, doing things for people, for your loved ones, giving them love, telling them you love them, showing every love language that you can to that person without feeling guilty about it. If you want to multi-text them and be like, I love you, I miss you, da, 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 I think that's a way that you should do it without feeling like the person that you love is going to get annoyed with you, because that is your way of showing love. Number 13, your relationship should not take over your mind. This one I have actually learned. The amount of exes I've had in my past that I have been batshit obsessed with. I mean like girls, I mean like obsessed with. Like the only thing I want to do is be with them and hang out with them and talk to them, and that is just not a way to live. It's just not a way to live. I lost a really close friend because of being so obsessed. The key to a healthy relationship is space. Let's just keep it between you and me. But when I'm just hanging out by myself or with my family, I'm not thinking about my relationship. I'm not worried about my partner. I low-key forget that he exists sometimes. So when he calls me, then I'm like, oh, my boy, you know? But it's not a constant need to want to be with him. Number 14, journal everything. And this is a similar one to the film everything, except instead of filming and seeing yourself, this is more of an internal thing. Journaling is so important for self-reflection and self-actualization because you are writing your thoughts. You are able to read your thoughts. When your thoughts are all in here, they're all in here. But when your thoughts are here, you can think about them. You can break them down. You can take them out of your brain and put them on the piece of paper. It's just very personal. I love going back and reading the way I used to feel and being like, damn girl, you bitch, you crazy. Bitch, you crazy. It's nice to have a genuine, unfiltered track of growth. And also, this is a funny story actually. I was at Washington Square. This guy like comes up to us. It was a whole thing. This is a whole different situation I'm not even gonna get into because it was wild. But this guy came up to us and he was just like spitting a bunch of stupid bullshit. But one of the things that really stuck with me that he said, writing, art, and physical things created by you is the relic of your time. Not to say that your diary is going to become an ancient relic that historians will look at, but I sometimes do like to think about it that way because like I am only one person living my life, but I'm also a part of a greater community. We all share very similar aspects of our life. It's your journal and your art that you make is a relic of your time. No one will be able to recreate this. Not a machine, not someone else. Only you are going to be able to write the words that you did and feel the way that you felt. If it's physical, made by your hands and your pure intention, it holds a deeper meaning. It's physical. Speaking of, this is one of my paintings that I made last year. It's not my best work. I've made a lot of good work. I also have this right here is also mine. But I have this up and I've been staring at it this entire video. And this is a relic of my time last year. No one will be able to recreate this specific image because this is an only Ray experience image and it's physical. This is oil on canvas. It tells a story. People will cherish these. Number 15, don't count your growth through numbers. Point blank period. In the beginning of 2024, my resolutions were all very number based. I wanted to hit 15K by the end of the year. I wanted to get 1 million on my video by the end of the year. These things are very superficial. They're superficial goals. And of course, I still have number goals, but I'm not holding my own personal growth through numbers. I have my social media growth goals and my New Year's resolution and my 2025 goals. They don't intersect because counting your growth through numbers is such a unhealthy way to live. And I am saying this because I am still working on it. I'm still learning how to not do that. I spent a lot of time being like, oh, once I hit 30K, I will be happy. But that's just not how it works, right? Especially when I put a lot of work into an Instagram post or video and it does really badly, it makes me feel terrible. But if you don't hold expectations on how your post will do, there's less of a chance of being disappointed. Number 16, personalization improves productivity. I put stickers on everything. As you can see, everything around me is personalized, like down to my diary, down to my laptop, my phone, my camera. Everything I use, everything I touch is personalized, because if it's not, my brain won't release those happy endorphins and I will not use them. I'm not the type to keep stickers. I have to put them on everything. So this is more of a personal one than like a generalized one, but patterns make me happy. I was actually just wearing this scarf and I took it off because damn, it was hot as hell. But I'm right now wearing a plaid skirt and I was wearing this with it. I have cheetah print here. I have patterns everywhere. I have a cheetah print bedspread, so it's like I have this throw blanket that's cheetah print, and I also have cheetah print all over my walls behind the camera. I just really like prints. I like patterns and prints. It just makes my brain go, ah, happy, 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 happy. Number 18. I'm a visual learner. I was never really good at learning, and I thought it was my problem. I thought it was my fault. I just realized it's the way that I learn is very different than a lot of people. These days I've been watching a lot of video essays on YouTube. I feel like I have learned so much in such a short amount of time as opposed to someone lecturing me. I need a visual to go along with what you're saying or it will not click in my brain. Number 19, words affect mindset. The law of attraction is a new thought spiritual belief that positive thoughts lead to positive experiences, while negative thoughts lead to negative experiences. Whatever you think, you will start attracting. So if you keep being like, oh, my life sucks, your life is gonna start sucking. That is what you're gonna receive if you keep thinking like that. But this also leads me to number 20, that sometimes things just suck. Some things are just out of your control. No matter how positive you want to be, things just don't work out, no matter what your mindset is. Sometimes it's just out of your control. And if things just suck, why are you spending your energy reinforcing that? And again, this is not something that I have completely worked on. I still get stuck in loops of negative thinking, but it's definitely something that I need to work on, and I think I've learned a lot. Number 21. The perfect time to do something is now. Stop waiting for the right time to do it. Consistency works no matter what time it is in your life. Always be consistent and just do it. If you want to start a hobby, do it now. Start it tomorrow. Start it even today. At the end of the day, do something as soon as you can do it, because if you keep pushing it away, the harder it is to obtain. Number 22. No one cares. TBH, no one gives a fuck about what you do. This might be different because I live in New York City, so nobody actually gives a fuck, but I mean, like, genuinely, people don't care what you do, and if people have shit to say about it, then they have nothing better to do than to talk shit about you and to be a hater. Everyone has too much to do to worry about what you're doing. So if you want to film, girl, just do it. Nobody cares. If you want to wear that outfit and you're like, somebody's gonna judge me. If someone judges you, that's on them, that's not on you. This I've always known, but I've started really realizing it's just nobody cares about you, especially as you get older. No one gives a fuck about what you do, and it's kind of, there's pros and cons to that, obviously, but this is one of the pros, is that you can just do whatever you want. You have free will, and you can customize your character however you want, so just do it. Number 23. People will like you for yourself. Being your most authentic self, people will end up liking you. But if you put on a facade, people like an image of you that isn't really you. So do you really want to live like that? 24. This is kind of an anticlimactic one to end on. Being alone is okay. This is something that I'm trying to work on in 2025. But going out alone, shopping alone, eating alone, if you enjoy doing it, then it'll be fun alone regardless of who you're with. Going alone to a cafe and doing homework and then fantasizing about someone like picking you up or meeting you and finding the love of your life. But yeah, it's just fun. I think those were the 24 things I learned in 2024 as a 20-year-old. Thank you for everyone watching. I know this was kind of a long, rambly video, but I actually put a poll on my Instagram, and this was the one that people really wanted to see. I'm gonna be working on these 2 videos to come up eventually, and I also have a bunch of video ideas planned. If you like this video and you want to see more things that I do, please subscribe to be my sugar puff muffin kitty pie shoddy bae. Follow my IG and my TikTok. There's gonna be a lot more of Ray Bunny to come in 2025. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, thank you for watching. Bye!